Good morning, everybody. It's already the end of August. Isn't that crazy? Football starts. Well, OSU football starts next weekend, or this coming weekend, I guess, as some people would say. Really wild. I mean, I understand time is a linear process, and it is an inevitable entity, but still, you can get surprised sometimes by how quickly the month goes by when you're not really thinking about it that much. 30, that's fine, that should be all right. Family coffee, coffee families. I think I mispronounced it the last time I went over it. Coffee families, according to this. It's a Colombian coffee that we were very fortunate to run into while we were at a small farmer's market. That is so much fun. I love it. It's great. Colombian food's great food. Chicharron is amazing. We found a place that sells pork belly. So we got a pork belly in the fridge, and I need to figure out how I want to prepare it. Anyway, about 36 grams of coffee. We're gonna blitz that up at a fairly fine setting. We'll see what happens. That went really well. Oop, oh wow. There's a lot of retention there. I guess I should have smacked, ooh, that's a ton of retention in there. Guess I should have smacked it around a little bit. I haven't done this in the Clever yet, so I'm pretty excited to give it a try. There's a lot of static in that. I didn't really think about that at that time. Well, that's my fault. Oh well, it's okay. Water's boiling. Coffee's ready to go. Very excited. Why are you doing that? So we went to this wonderful restaurant. If you are on Instagram, you probably have seen it kind of go viral. The place is called Ding Ho, and they are famous for originating, and I think this is the right one, the Warsu Gai, which is fried chicken with orange gravy over top of it on a bed of lettuce. And it's absolutely delicious. I've had it many places. Sometimes it's a little bland, sometimes it's really salty. And this time at the original creator's place, it was absolutely delicious. They have egg rolls that are crazy tasty. And then their pork fried rice, they're roasted. It's roasted pork fried rice. It's the best roasted pork fried rice I've had since. And I know I've mentioned this little shop before, but there's a place at the Kroger Shopping Center on Henderson Road. It's called Amazing Walk. It used to be owned by a mother and a father, and basically when I worked at the radio station in Upper Arlington, I went there more often than I probably should have. And basically I got to watch the kids grow up and go to high school, and then I think one went to college by the time I was out of radio. I went back recently. Recently is about maybe a year ago, and other people own it now. They've changed it how everything looks, and it definitely does not taste the same. So it's the best roasted pork fried rice in Columbus, as far as I'm aware. I distinguish that because Bento Go has the best pork belly fried rice ever. It's just delicious. It's chunks of pork belly and rice and fried, and it's wonderful. And it's one of those takeaway foods that you eat half of it and then you let it sit in the fridge overnight and then you reheat it the next day, and it's like twice as good because everything's marinated in the fat. That's exactly what you want with a pork fried rice. So yeah, Ding Ho. I think it's on Philippi Road. I do know that it is on the same road as the Hollywood Casino, but it's north of Broad Street. So the Hollywood Casino is on the east side of Columbus on Broad Street. The Ding Ho is on the north side of Broad Street, away from Hollywood Casino and La Plaza Tapatia, which is the wonderful Mexican grocery store that we like to go to. We also found a really amazing, just around the corner from that, an amazing international market that's just stocked full of both Hispanic and Asian goods. Absolutely amazing. That's where we bought the pork belly. We'd not seen pork belly anywhere else that we'd gone to, any of the markets. I mean, the La Plaza Tapatía is a little intimidating because their meat counter is always full of people needing stuff. And then, you know, I mean, it just can be an intimidating place. And I don't think that we've ever really gone to Cam's meat market section. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but we've not really looked hard back there because a lot of it's fish, honestly, which is great, but yeah, just really don't want to do fish at home. Let's do about 450, eh? Hopefully we can get 450 in there. We did 430 because I spooked myself. So, but Ding Ho, it's east side, East Broad Street, just north on the same road, getting northbound past the Hollywood Casino, as you can see in this illustration that I'm making. So there's the Hollywood Casino, there's La Plaza Tapatía, and then there's a road. And that road goes past North Broad Street. And then a little bit further up that road, not too much further, is Ding Ho on this side of the road. So there's your map. And it was delicious. It was about a half-hour wait. We went on a Sunday, which, you know, I think it's a combination of it kind of going viral, Instagram-averse, I guess. But it's also a very popular place. I mean, people were getting takeout. They were usually open until 8, but they were closing at 4 o'clock that day because they were running out of food. It had just been so busy, and they kind of estimated that 4 o'clock would be their close off. They weren't even taking phone orders. They were only taking walk-up orders because of the fact that, you know, the food was running out. And it was about, they quoted us a 45-minute wait, but it was only like a half hour, which wasn't terrible. And then the food was just worth it. I thought it was delicious. And the woman that served us, she was very nice and kind and helpful. People were taking up their tickets, and she took our tickets up for us, which I thought I'm like, glad you didn't have to do that. But, you know, it was very good. It was a very wonderful experience. The restaurant was nice and full, but it wasn't overcrowded. There was a lot of room. So, and they needed a lot of room because there were a lot of dishes coming out all at once. And then there were tables of like 7 after whatever activities they were doing on a Sunday. I guess they came there for something special. And there were tables of 7 and 8 people all strung together. And then you saw the people coming in, table of 1. So, which, you know, I would totally do if I lived near there. I'd totally table of 1 that place. Like I said, the pork fried rice, just, oh my gosh. And the Warsu Guy. And I think that's what it's called, Warsu Guy. Yeah, Warsu Guy. I just had to look it up just to make sure I was right. I thought I was. Just delicious, absolutely delicious. They marinate the chicken, and then if you should go look up the video. The DINGHO, Ding Ho is the name of the restaurant. So it sounds like a 1930s punchline to a joke, but it's not. It's an actual restaurant, and it was really delicious. Okay, so this has been going for, why don't we go for another minute? We can go for another minute. Why not? Really don't have anything much else going on right now. Look at the foam kind of come up when I swirl it. Wow, I've never seen that before. That's very interesting. I've never seen it do that before. Neat. Cool. Not much. Yeah, like I said, not much else going on. I think tomorrow I'll tell the story of the people down the way here, and yeah, I think that's a Wednesday story. There's a story about a group of people that live down the road in our condo complex that decided that they were above the law. So, and it went the way it should have gone. So, people complain about HOAs and condo associations very fairly because there are certain aspects to them that are just pains in the asses. But in a condo community, I think a condo community is much different than a homeowners association thing because, you're not just a structure owner, you're a property owner. So, you feel like you should be able to do whatever you really would want to do within some form of reason with your lawn and with fencing, and maybe have a nice cool manatee mailbox and that sort of a thing. And, that kind of makes sense. And most of the time I've heard the stories where the homeowners associations are just, they go out with yardsticks and measure your grass, that kind of a thing. Make sure your daffodils are at a certain color. That's just that kind of a thing, and that is bad. But condos are just similar structures, and we have a very unique condo structure here. In that, here we go. I've been about 6 minutes, so it should be really nice. We have a unique situation here because normally in a condo, you kind of buy the rights to own the structure. You don't necessarily own the stuff on the outside. You don't own anything on the outside, and normally the condos are like stitched together, like in packs of 5 or 8 or something like that, where you share a wall, and you don't have ownership of the siding and the roof and whatnot. You basically take care of everything that's inside of the house. Well, in this case, these are detached condos where we own the structure, roof, siding, foundation, walls, that kind of a thing. But we don't own the grass and lawn that's around us. That is community owned. That's owned by everyone. So the condo association is kind of a unique thing where everything is uniform because everybody owns it, and there's a standardized way that the grounds are kept. And because we are a condo association, we can go out and petition to have those standards changed within reason. Somebody wants a different flower in their flower bed. I think that we're pretty lenient in what kind of flowers can be put out front. It's just mostly lawn maintenance and keeping the fronts of the houses looking similar. And any structural changes need to be approved. Anything, that would be a permanent fixture, like if you change your back porch, or if you put concrete in your backyard, which you don't really own, but you're doing anyway, or if you put an irrigation system out front, which you don't own, but you want to do that anyway. All of that stuff has to be approved because it's permanent fixtures. And some people may find that to be tedious and stupid, and, why would I bother? And it's my stuff. Why? But then the situation of a condo association, it is a little bit different in that it's not just a handful of people that are selected to rule the community like an HOA feels like. This condo community is owned by the condo people. In a homeowners association, the home is owned by the homeowner, and then the next home is owned by the homeowner, and that's including land and everything. And then a group of people kind of rule over what can be done with that kind of stuff. Here, everybody owns the land, so everybody does actually have a say in certain aspects of what to do with the land on the property. So, or flowers or that kind of a thing, or trees, that kind of a thing. So, but yeah, it's fascinating. And I know I waffled on about that for a long time, but hopefully I remember to do it tomorrow, but tomorrow I can talk about the aspect of people that think that they can skirt stuff and they think it's funny, and because they're putting it to someone who honestly really doesn't care. So another preparation of the family's coffee and another wonderful set of tastes. Still very smooth. The coffee flavor seems to come out a lot more with the Clever method. The Chemex seemed to be a little bit more. I mean, it was full. It was still tasted a little bit full-bodied, and it still had a nice clean finish. But it wasn't like watery or anything. But it was not as strong as the steeping method in the Clever. And it's just got a really nice full. Roasty kind of taste, and just a nice clean finish on it. Yeah, that is tasty. That's really nice. That's good coffee. I'm so glad that we were able to find that. I mean, he found it. I don't know if he knew if there was coffee there or not, but he's like, let's go to this market at the Toro's Meat Market. I'm like, sure, let's go. That's fun. I like Toro's. Toro's has got some cool stuff in it. Okay, well, I mean, that's it for today. Coffee's great. I'm very happy about that. So we'll pull out a Bones tomorrow. We'll shake it up if you can believe that or stand it. I'll shake it up tomorrow, and then we'll have some delicious Bones coffee cup. I'm tired for some reason. I'm not tired. My brain is just mushy. It's just mushy. I don't know. Foggy. I'm taking vitamins, so that should help, right? Taking vitamins for the past 3 weeks. Hasn't really helped. I don't even know if vitamins do anything but change my pee color. That's about it. That's about all vitamins seem to do for me. I figured because I was going to be eating less that I would just pick up on the vitamins so that I would, maybe I'd be a little hungry, but at least my body wasn't thinking about shutting down because it lacked a certain nutrient. And I know that it probably doesn't work that way, but in my mind, that's where I was. That's where I was in my mind. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't get too excited about the story, but it is a story, and spoilers, it does involve retired police officers. Hilarious. Talk to you later. Bye.